All right, everybody. How is everyone doing this afternoon? And ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona has taken care of business at the Camp Nou, albeit being a brace for our very own Jules Koundé with an unbelievable brace within the span of 3 minutes. And that is just ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but hey, I am gonna be a little bit shameless. I have to wear my victory shades this afternoon for me. I have to, because Barcelona is back at the Camp Nou. And with Barcelona being back at the Camp Nou, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That is our fourth straight victory back home. I want everyone who is jumping in to get in the chat. I want everyone who's jumping in to like the stream so we can get to a lot more people in this stream. But guys, man, Barcelona survives an incredibly difficult match from Frankfurt. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. Barcelona, man, we have a very tough time. We have a very tough time playing up against this team in the Champions League. I mean, it is what it is at this point, right? We just know it's not going to be easy. We just know it's Frankfurt. We just know it's a bad matchup. Those fans, I don't even know how many they were, but they were ridiculously loud. In that first half, I could hear them through my screen. By the way, big up to Barca Reacts who just rated this stream. I appreciate you, bro. But what an incredible, I mean, just gotta hand it to Frankfurt on that first half. It was so difficult. And Barcelona, let's just be honest, man. We just played terrible. This was a terrible game all throughout. Even in the second half, when we flipped the script, we still didn't play our good or better football today. We still didn't play our good complementary football. And it just took literally from that Hansi Flick moving some things around. And we're going to get into everything. We're going to get into it. Let me get this super chat real quick. I do appreciate you guys, man. Let's see. Thank you for the donation, my brother. Siobhan says, remember his name, Marcus Rashford. Yeah, actually, Marcus Rashford did change that game in the first half. Because, look, man, I do have a few things, man. I just really want to start this thing by saying Barcelona started this game controlling the game. I love to see that control. Man, but once again, man, I have to say this. Once again, Barcelona starts losing a game 1-0 once again. Is this going to be our new normal? Is this going to be a new normal for us? That's just what I want. That's just what I want to say, bro. Like I'm frustrated. Once again, we win this match that we desperately needed, but we didn't come out with the physicality. We didn't come out with the intensity that we needed to come out with, because this is an important game. Do you realize if not for Koundé's brace, we would have dropped points today? We cannot allow this, especially not of how important this game was tonight. That is the one thing that I just can't understand. This is the one thing that I just can't understand. Hansi Flick made mistakes in this lineup. We should have came out. We should have came out with the same lineup we did against Betis. And I said it. I literally made a short when the lineup came out. I made a short and I said, you know what, man? Why is Hansi Flick not showing up with the same lineup? Okay, that is a mistake. We cannot be Remontada FC this season. I'm sick of it. Defensively, we are just horrible, man. Defensively, we just keep making mistakes, and that was a transition play. And what minute was this? This was in the 21st minute, dude. In 10 minutes, we did score a goal in the 10th minute from Lewandowski, who was barely by a quarter of a shoulder offsides, but it was a good call. It was a no goal. In the 20th minute, dude, what the hell, man? 2 passes and it's already a 1-1, and Balde is making this transition to where, like, he's not using his body, man. He's not using his body at all, man. Big up for the donation, DeVito, man. God bless Condely. Yeah, God bless him, bro. God bless him. God bless him, because otherwise we would have dropped points. And today was in so many levels, man. And one thing I gotta say before I keep going, guys. One thing I gotta say, man. Seriously, I have to say this. What the hell is going on with the Champions League? Big up to Omar Talks Football, man, for that raid just now. I do appreciate you, brother. What the hell is going on with the Champions League? Why are we allowing, not just the Champions League, just football in general, why are we allowing this place to keep going for 30, 40 seconds after we already know it's obvious that it's an offside position? If it's an offside position, we saw what happened to Militao this weekend, where he's just sprinting, giving all he's got on this one play. He extends, right? He extends his legs, and guess he gets injured on that play, literally. And why? We already knew it was offsides, and he doesn't get called. Why are we not calling offsides, man? This is the only reason why the offsides exist, so that we're not playing desperately for nothing. Like, just raise the damn flag when you already know it's 100%. I get the idea when you're not sure. If you're not sure, don't raise the flag. Just let the play through. Just let it play through, bro. But if you're 100% sure, if I can see it, there's two instances where I saw the main referee calling an offside before the lineman called raised the flag, because he was like, at that point it was way too long and he wasn't raising the flag, and he was 100% sure that was an offside position. That was just ridiculous in my opinion, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I'm very disappointed in the first half. It was as bad as I have seen. In the 20th minute, Balde, it's not entirely his fault. It's nobody's fault, really, because Gerard Maldini, he's just fine on that play. He didn't make any mistakes, in my opinion, right? So Balde's coming and closing in on him. If you body him up, then he's not making that play. But you literally control that cross for the attacker. You literally did the job. And not only that, but you allowed him to push you around like that, brother. Physicality, bro. Physicality. That's winning football, bro. Physicality is really what winning football is, man. And we just don't have it. We need to be more physical. Why do you think Celta de Vigo beat Madrid the other day? Because they have physicality, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. That's just I don't know. It was frustrating to see the team that I love, the team that I want to succeed, the team. Look at Atalanta today. They beat Chelsea. Atalanta beat Chelsea today. Atalanta beat Chelsea today. Let me say it one more time. Atalanta beat Chelsea. Guess what? You know how you compete? You know how you can do that? By bringing physicality and intensity the full match. It was horrendous first half, bro. And I was up in arms at halftime. I was up in arms at halftime because I'm like, Hansi, what is Rashford is not the answer for a low block team who is playing you with 6 at the back. They were playing us with 6 at the back, and to my surprise, big up Rashford, man. Big up Rashford, man. He shot me up. Big up Rashford, bro. Big up Rashford, because in 5 minutes, bro, he made an unbelievable cross. And guess what? Who was on the other end of it? An unbelievable header by Jules Koundé. And I can't think of anybody else who needed that more than Jules Koundé today. Before I keep going, before I miss this, man, big up King in the Makings, bro. King in the Makings, always coming through with these donations, bro. You know how that this is cool, man. This is cool, man. Thank you, bro. Happy with the result, but my God, that was a terrible to watch. We look so lost in the attack today. Dosky is confirmed liability at the top. Stick around, King in the Making. Stick around. When we talk about player ratings, I got strong thoughts on Lewandowski. And spoiler alert, I agree with you. At the top now, we made Frankfurt look good, and they are ass. Bless up, bro. Thank you so much, King and the Makeems. I appreciate everyone who is a member. By the way, guys, if you're not a member, you guys can become a member of this channel to support this channel. I do appreciate everyone who supports this channel. By the way. What up, Volume? I knew Atalanta would beat Chelsea. Hey, for your poll, Volume, you should add a third option. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Big up, Ron, man. Ron, what's up, my guys? How's it going? I hope you guys are doing fantastic, man. Sorry if I haven't said hi to you guys, but I'm just going on a rant here real quick because honestly, man, I'm just saying it was Jules Koundé, but what an unbelievable cross by Marcus Rashford. And I'm like, dude. Why are we not bringing in Ferran Torres for this game? For these slow block games, we got to bring in Ferran. And I'm like, I wanted Ferran to start. And I'm like, Ferran, I think the same team at Betis should have started this. I don't think we're in this pickle if the same team that started against Betis would have started in this game. So I am blaming Flick in that first half for everything that happened. And you know what? The worst thing that could have happened in that first half happened, which is conceding a goal to a team who wants to play you with a low block and want to just get a result, wants to get at least a point, right? And it was an uphill battle from then on. And today, the team was not right. The team was not right today because even after we tie this game, right? What happens? An unbelievable cross from Lamine Yamal. I'm so in awe of how high that cross was, and it was down. I'm like, dude, Koundé can get there. Koundé can get there. Koundé can get there. And Koundé gets there. 3 minutes. A brace in 3 freaking minutes, man. That was crazy, man. And you know what? I can't think of a player who needs this confidence boost more than Jules Koundé. And that's all she wrote at that point. But this is how you know that our team just didn't have it today. Because even in that second half, there were 2 to 3 chances that were clear chances. But these are the chances that we were just not creating in the first half. We were not creating these chances in that first half. So I guess I got to hand it to Flick in the second half because even though I didn't agree with the players that he brought on, he removes Fermin. And I said it on my preview. You guys got to watch my previews, man. I said it. Fermin is not ready to start in this game. Fermin is not ready to start in this game. And yet he was starting once again. That is a mistake by Flick. We saw he didn't have a good game. But it's not his fault, man. He's coming off an injury, for God's sake. It's not his fault. We can't blame Fermin. We can't blame Fermin. He just coming off an injury. He's rusty. Just bring Rooney Bargi. He's the hot hand. Pull him on the right wing. Bring Lamine Yamal as a cam. It worked to perfection. Let's try it out. I think they would have had a lot of difficulty stopping Lamine because you know what? We were playing right into their hands because everybody was rushing to Lamine double team the whole game. 2 or 3 players in front of him, isolated on the wing, put him in the center, put him at the cam where he has more options, where he can pass, he can cross, he can make a through pass, he can take a shot. There's so many things you can do. And I just felt I was really frustrated with Flick today. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. You guys may not agree with this. You guys may not agree. I was frustrated with Flick, which, by the way, guys, 281 people here. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Barcelona victory against Frankfurt. Please like the stream, guys. Please like the stream. I got 50 likes. I'm trying to get to 100 so that this can be a successful watch. So, guys, please like everybody who's watching. Please like the stream. I was very frustrated. And then I was more frustrated to begin the second half because I saw what Flick was doing. I'm like, we brought in Rashford, who literally struggles against the low block. And then, who was the other player that came in the second half with Rashford? It was 2 of them. It might have just been Rashford, actually. Just Rashford for Fermin. And like I said, man, we know we didn't have our best stuff because Rashford missed another unbelievable opportunity. Ferran missed another kind of good opportunity. But whatever I saw on my preview, I saw it in the second half. When Ferran came in, we had better runs. We were playing better. when Fermin came out and Rashford was in, I saw the team play with much more fluidity. And I'm like, dude, that's exactly what we should have done from the beginning. And that's why we struggle in this game, man. But nah, man, I want to say hi to you guys, man. I hope everyone's doing good. I mean, Barcelona, guys, we still got the result, and I really wish Barcelona would have pushed for a little bit more in this game, because we need those point differentials, man. We need those point differentials. Look, man, we're looking at it right now. Look, we only climbed 4 spots. We were in the 18th spot, right? We were on the 18th spot, and we only climbed 4 spots. And you know why we only climbed 4 spots? You want to know why we only climbed 4 spots? Because, as we can see, we have 3-point differential right here, point differential. 3. You see that +3 right there? That +3 means that's our point differential. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, right, that we would have scored today. Let's say we beat them 5-1 and our point differential is +6, right? Let's say that we scored 3 more goals. Let's say that our point differential is +6. Guess what, guys? Now we are sitting at the 10th spot. If we would have beat them today, 6, let's say, no, if we would have beat them 5, we beat them 5-1 today, we beat them 5-1. We are in 10th spot. That is the difference, and that's why I said on my preview, we need point differential. The fact that we won this game by the amount of goals that we did was just ridiculous. It was pathetic by any way you can see it, man. Any way you can see it. Which, by the way, man, big up Carnage, big up Will. He just rated. I didn't see that coming through on my end, but I do appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. Big up, man. Go subscribe to Football Carnage if you can. I do appreciate the raid. But anyway, man, we're gonna get to the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're gonna get to player ratings. And guys, everyone who's still watching, subscribe to this channel. Help me get to 7,500 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 8,000 by Christmas. How amazing would that be? That would be just too epic. But anyway, guys, we're going to get to player ratings right now as well. And you guys know the drill, man. I do appreciate everyone who it's in the chat. Let's see how many likes we got. We got 90 likes. Guys, please help me out. Go like this stream right now. And I want to say hi to everybody, man, but you guys are killing the chat, by the way. Richard, so glad this Lewa last year, he's washed. Okay, so let me give you guys my thoughts, because you guys are talking about Lewandowski a lot. I got criticized at the start of the season. Hold on. Guys, give me 1 second, dude. My face is way too bright. Yeah, I got criticized. I got criticized, bro, for literally for criticizing Lewandowski. One thing I said when Lewandowski came into this team, I said, I am going to let Lewandowski go out on his terms. I'm going to let Lewandowski, finish his time at Barcelona. He's a total legend. I'm not going to overly criticize him. But boy, oh boy, he's just holding the ball at this point. He's opening up lanes for the wingers, which literally any other striker should be able to do. And right now, when he's not scoring, right, he's not even taking shots. The shots that he's taking are not even good shots either way. So I do think he's becoming a little bit of a liability. I think what I saw in the preview came to fruition in this game. I saw Ferran Torres starting, and when Ferran Torres came in, he was better. I saw Fermin being out, and when he played to start this game, he played terrible. And those changes would have made a world of a difference in that first half, because in the second half, our counter pressures were so much better that we just didn't have enough of that in the first half. So, to me, I think Lewandowski should be coming off the bench. I think, and you know what? It's fine. It's fine, guys. What is the problem with Lewandowski coming off the bench? I don't understand why we are overthinking it. It's Ferran Torres who should be starting. Look how much more dynamic we are looking when Ferran Torres is coming off the bench. Just it's just so much better. At least, he'll be missing chances, right? But at least the movement, it's so much better. And then guess what? Lewandowski can come in the second half, 15, 20 minutes every game. That's fine. There's no shame in that. We should be able to do that and just be okay with it. You know what I mean? But now, man, you guys ready for player ratings? You guys know the drill, right? Thank you everyone for liking the stream. Right now, I got 109 likes. I do appreciate that, by the way. And let's do player ratings. I mean, thank you everyone for stopping by to my stream, man. I do appreciate you guys. Lewandowski should be playing against tired players. That's exactly my point, bro. That's exactly my point. And that's the reason why I think that we should do it the other way around. Start Ferran. At this point, I think it's pretty clear. Start Ferran every game. You guys know that one time I said, from now on, just start Fermin at the 10 and Dani Olmo off the bench until the rest of the season. Well, guess what? I'm starting a new one today. From now on, just start Ferran every single game and bring Lewandowski off the bench. Dude, Ferran Torres is only 4 goals away from the Pichichi race in La Liga. Just let that sink in. Just let that sink in real quick. And people calling me reactionary. How you calling me reactionary when I've been calling this out since the start of the season? I said Lewandowski is 1 year too late on his contract. And right now we need to just bring him off the bench. So guys, let's get into it, man. Player ratings. You guys love this, by the way. I want you guys to get in the chat as much as possible. I want to hear as many opinions as possible. Let's start off with my goalkeeper, Joan Garcia. Okay, as you guys are typing his grade, I'm going to tell you this. Okay, he conceded another goal. Not his fault, once again. What is he going to do when he's getting... There's no chance, dude. That ball was going like at least 5 yards away when he extended his arm, right? So what letter grade are we giving Joan Garcia? Joan Garcia was unbelievable. Every time that he has to leave the box, every time that he has to stay on the box, every time that he has to intercept the crosses, every time he has to leave the small box, he's unbelievable at that. I can't believe some of you are saying 6.6. No, man, this is a solid 8 to 9 on Joan Garcia, because Joan Garcia, I feel so safe. Every time there's a shot that a goalkeeper can stop, he stops it. Every time that I feel so safe. He doesn't even give you rebounds. I'm giving Joan Garcia 8.5 today, 100%. Why didn't Rooney play? Exactly. I know, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna talk about Flick. We're gonna talk about Flick too. All right, guys. The man of the match. The man of the match. What are we giving the man of the match? Do you know what, man? I'm not even going to say his name today. I'm just going to call him man of the match. The way that he changed this game, it was just unbelievable. What are we giving the man of the match? Guys, I want to know, because listen, bro. Listen, he was frustrating me a little bit on that first half. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But you know what, man? You know what? Look at this. Just look at this, guys. Take a look at this. Man. This guy, bro, in the 50th minute, and then in the 53rd minute. Are you flipping kidding me, bro? Are you flipping kidding me? Are you serious right now? I can't think of a player who I'm happiest for, because he needs to listen. People, when I criticize Koundé, right? When we criticize Koundé, people think that we are rooting for them to fail. Look at this right here, man. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. We are Barcelona. We are rooting for Barcelona. When we criticize players, we are rooting for this right here. This right here is really what we're passionate about. So, because I criticize a player doesn't mean that I'm rooting for him to fail, because my team fails. Every time I criticize someone, I want them to succeed. I want Lewandowski to succeed. I want Lewandowski to score a hat-trick. But if it's not happening, we gotta call it out. We gotta call it out. And dude, today Koundé, bro, 2 goals in 2 minutes, 2 goals in 3 minutes. I just gotta hand it to this kid, man. You guys gotta like this stream for Koundé, bro. For flipping Koundé, who needs this confidence booster, bro. We need this player back. We do. You guys realize, right? We need Koundé to his best level back. He was imposing his will physically, and that header on the second header, man, he was unreal, man. 10 out of 10 performance, man. 10 out of 10 performance for Koundé. Because, dude, you guys realize the kind of failure it would have been today if it wasn't for Koundé in clutch time like that. The way that he delivered in clutch time today, Koundé, bro, we needed him. He saved us today. We play bad. We play bad. I couldn't think of a worse first half. No movement at all. What are we doing, Cubarsí, man? Cubarsí. You know why I'm frustrated with Cubarsí? It's because I'm looking at Gerard Martin. And I'm looking at Gerard Martin's positioning, and I'm looking at Gerard Martin, the ways that he defends and his technique. And I'm like, there's no way that Cubarsí is not able to do that. He almost cost us today at the end of the game. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that when he's trying to clear the ball and he's literally giving it away in front of him to an attacker, right in front of him? Cubarsí gets a deuce, bro. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Cubarsí gets a deuce for me. I mean, he wasn't like particularly bad, but at the end of the game, he could have cost us the game. He literally could have cost us the game. What if they scored in that situation? What if they scored in that situation? I can't. Man, he just have to take it, bro. He just have to take it. And I know we're overreacting right now because listen, it was not his worst performance. As you can see, right? Footmob says 7.8. I think aerially, like the aerial duels were fine, but he was just having way too many issues, man. Clearing the ball, on the ball, holding the ball too much, man. I feel sad, man. I feel sad because we need the best version of Cubarsí, but we're not getting it, bro. We're not. And we just have to come to senses, man. Although if we don't start making changes at the center back spot, man, I think we are going to keep having the same thing happen, bro. We're going to have the same thing happen to where we're going to keep conceding at the beginning of the game, bro. Yeah, big up Tino, man. Incredibly active as well. At the end, someone should mark Cubarsí and that how bad he was. Yeah, he was pretty bad. I don't think the whole game, though. Like, throughout the first half, I think he was one of the better players, but not overall, bro. Not overall. Okay, so what are we giving Gerard Maldini today? Gerard Maldini with an unbelievable shot. Did you guys see Gerard Maldini today? And his shot, the way... Okay, listen, bro. Listen, in that first half, if Gerard Maldini scores that goal, bro, I'm turning off the lights, bro. I'm turning off the lights. And I'm turning off my TV if Gerard Maldini scores that. Let me turn on the light a little bit. My face still looks really weird, man. But Gerard Maldini, bro. Gerard Maldini, man. I'm giving Gerard Martin an 8 out of 10. I don't think people on Twitter were saying that. People on Twitter were saying that it was his fault. It was not his fault. It was definitely not his fault. And then he had, like I said, he has better technique on the ball. He seems to be the better player. He never really makes mistakes. He's always sound, and I feel so safe every time he has the ball, man. I wish I'm gonna put it to you guys like this, man. I'm gonna put it to you guys like this. Listen to what I'm about to say. I wish we had 2 Gerard Maldinis on the squad right now playing center back. That's how much I will go as far as to say. And people asking what's my Twitter account, guys. Go follow me on Twitter, guys. Everyone who's watching, I'll just pull it up right now, bro. Go follow me on Twitter, bro. I am Barça Volume, literally. You can go look me up. I just started being active today. Look, man, I'm incredibly active. See, I'm looking at what the fans were doing today. And by the way, pathetic fans, man, pathetic fans from Frankfurt today. They try to buy tickets, and look at what they were doing, man, to our people, to our fans in the stadium. They were throwing objects. They were throwing stuff. This is ridiculous, man. This is just ridiculous, man. But like I said, man, look, Kunde unreal. See, I'm always tweeting stuff. I'm always reacting at Real Madrid. So you guys, I need to be more active still. But for those of you who want to follow me on Twitter, you guys can say hi. You guys can private message me there if you're gonna privately say hi to me. You can privately say hi to me on Twitter, guys. I know some people have done it already. Some people have reached out to me and say hi and said, some kind words about how much they enjoy the channel, and I do really appreciate the words. But anyway, guys, let's move on. What are we doing with Pedri? Listen, man. Let's move on to Pedri. Actually, no, Balde. I think Balde was good, but Balde was wasteful. If I'm not explaining myself correctly, I do apologize. But I do think that Chelsea masterclass. I want to know what you guys are giving Balde, because I think Balde was good. I just think he was a little wasteful. I think a 7, yeah, okay. A 7 out of 10 sounds very fair to me. It wasn't perfect. He made the mistake on the goal for sure. I think he gets bodied up. I think he needs to be more physical, and defensively, we always knew that this is one of the issues from Balde is that on defense he's not the same player. I'm giving Balde a 7 out of 10 as well. I think that is very fair. Says Balde was good, but he loses the ball sometimes for no reason when he can literally pass it. You know what? I'm growing a little frustrated with his crosses too, because sometimes he does these give and goes where he jumps into the box and he just doesn't find the right player. He doesn't. It's almost like he does it by second nature. He always just makes the cross without even looking at, right? Without even looking at anybody. You got to look where you're crossing it to. That way you can see where they're coming from, right? That's what I will do. But I feel like he lacks that sometimes. But he's an incredible player. I think when he plays great, our offense just plays great. When he doesn't play as good, our offense suffers for it. So yeah. What are we giving Pedri? Look, man, Pedri to me is such a magician. I don't know how he does it, man. How he has an incredible vision. Where there was one play on the first half, on the second half that we wasted. Marcus Rashford, right? That everybody thought he was offsides, and he literally gets this ball in front of his feet, and he stops it and knows where he's gonna go and hits Rashford on the counter press. And I was like, dude, how did you see that guy coming through like that? It was so unbelievable. And just the way that he always conducts, he always cleans up, he goes through, he attacks the space. Man, Pedri, and you know what? The most underrated thing for Pedri is how many ball recoveries he gets every single game. If you look at him right now, 8.0. I guarantee you he's getting 8.0 because he's getting so many ball recoveries. I am giving Pedri today, Brother Anderson, I'm giving Pedri a 9.5 tonight. And you know what, man? Pedri does everything. For those of you who are saying 7, I will tell you to go back and watch the game and look at Pedri and just concentrate on how many interceptions he makes, how many ball recoveries he makes. I'm telling you, ball recoveries is the one thing nobody pays attention to. And the fact that Pedri is always the player who has the most recoveries for our team, it goes to show you the level of football that he plays. Off the ball, Pedri is just as good. You know what? There's some players that get paid because they get so many ball recoveries. There are players who get paid because they control the pitch. There are players who get paid because they have an incredible vision for assists. Well, you know what? Pedri does all of those things at a masterful level, and that is just insane to me. I'm giving Pedri 9.5 tonight. Okay, well, guys, Eric, man. Let's talk about Eric. Do you guys think that Eric is stealing Frankie de Jong's spot? Why didn't I thought it was very telling that Frankie didn't start today. Is Fleek thinking that with Eric we have more balance? Is that what it is? Because I think Eric today had a very, very solid performance. I'm thinking 7 to 8 because he was having great recoveries. He was having great on the ball. Build up play was good. Everything that Eric does, he does it at a solid level every single time to where I'm thinking like, bro, we have to, maybe we just have to play him. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I think with Frankie though, we do possess the ball more, but we don't need possession. In that first half, we had 78% possession ball. It's almost like Flick is thinking, I don't need Frankie to possess the ball up against this team, and I just need somebody who can sweep, someone who can clean up and play defense, so that Pedri can play more in build up. And I'm giving Eric today. I'm just gonna give Eric 7.5. I'm gonna give Eric 7.5. What are we doing today with Rafinha? Okay, I'll be honest, man. I love Rafinha in terms of work rate. I love Rafinha in terms of the way that he presses, he leads, he's such a leader. But I don't think today he was good. I don't think today he was good. I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys are saying 8. Okay, so some of you are saying a 6. So you guys, some of you are seeing it the way I'm seeing it. I don't think today was one of the better Rafinha games. I thought he made wrong decisions at the wrong time. I saw him at least three times. I saw Rafinha going like this. My bad. Whether that he missed a pass, whether that was a pass that he thought someone was going to run into space and he didn't, or whether that was a shot instead of a pass. So if you're doing this a lot, that means that you're not making the right decisions on the pitch, and that you yourself, right? You know that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I'm gonna give Rafinha today 7. I'm gonna give Rafinha a 7. I know you guys are saying 6. You guys are probably right. I tend to give Rafinha a little bit of credit because, God forbid, he wasn't available in this game, and we wouldn't have the same intensity that we had. And I God forbid, man, I'm serious. Anyway, what about Fermin Lopez, guys? Let's give Fermin Lopez some letter grades here. I think Fermin Lopez today, I think he was very wasteful. He was making wrong decisions. He was running the pitch. He was playing with that intensity, and that's what I mean. That's a good thing, right? It says, let's see. What are you guys saying here? 300 people in the chat and only 130 likes. Give my man Volume his like. Smash the like button. Thank you so much, brother. The Ravo, man. I appreciate you, bro. Yes, guys, go smash the likes because that helps me grow this channel, man. I'm trying to get to 7,500 as soon as possible. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, become part of this community. This is insane what we're building here on this community. It's insane. We hit 1 year in January 1st. We hit 1 year with this channel, and it's insane that we're gonna get to 8K in 1 year. That's a wild ride right there. But anyway, thank you guys. Yes, I do feel you when you're saying some people are saying 5 for Fermin. I thought Fermin, on intensity wise, he's gonna give you that every game. You're just gonna get that every game, but he wasn't passing. He his vision wasn't good. I don't like it. Like I didn't like his game. But you know what? This is not entirely on him. This is more on Flick for exposing him off an injury. He needs to be coming off the bench because he's being injured. And remember, he was supposed to be injured for longer, and he just wasn't, right? And at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if we know that he's not supposed to be playing this early, why are we not slowly working back in? Instead, he's starting in this game. I think that was a Flick mistake more than Fermin, to be honest. Now, let's talk about Lamine Yamal. Okay, so listen, man. One thing that is frustrating me about Lamine is this, and I'll tell you guys real quick. sometimes I feel like he's holding the ball, and then he does that one subtle move where he touches the ball in front of him and he makes that run into the box, and he leaves the left back kind of like behind him, and at that moment you already won the duel. All you need to do is look for the cross, make it simple, make it nice and neat. And what does he do? Instead of making that cross, which is literally right there for the taking, you can literally look for a diagonal. You can look for a cross to Rafinha or maybe Lewandowski, and he chooses to just bring the ball back. He cuts inside one more time. He did that 4 times. I counted them. 4 times. So he brings the ball, right? He cuts inside, leaves Brown in the dust, and Brown is tracking back with speed. And instead of making the cross, when you already won that duel, why are you bringing the ball back inside, bro? You making it like you want to make something so beautiful that you fail to realize the job was already done at that point. I can't give Lamine tonight more than, okay, I was going to give him a 6, but he does get the assist. So I got to give Lamine a 7. I'll give him a 7 because it was a clutch assist. That was down the seam to Koundé on that. It was an unbelievable cross too. It was a really high. It was coming down, in just in time for Koundé to put that in the back of the net. That was a lot more Koundé as well. So I'm giving Koundé a lot of credit. So we gotta think of it in terms of that assist was very, very important. So I'm just saying that one move by Lamine Yamal is frustrating me. And quite frankly, I thought Brown, as you can see him, he had an assist today. Brown with a 7.5. I'm not going to lie to you guys. He was very good today. Brown was. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this kid, man. I'm like, if he was a right back, I'd be claiming him for Barca, bro. But we have Balde. But if this kid Brown was very, very good, man. He was very good today. Now, what are we giving Lewandowski? I want everyone to tell me what we're giving Lewandowski. As I say this, Lewandowski. I said this before, and I'll say it again. Lewandowski is 1 year too late on his contract. He's looking very washed, man. He's looking very, very mid. Okay. So there are certain things as a 5-star striker that you're always gonna be able to do. You're always gonna be able to hold the ball. You're always gonna be able to make good moves inside the box. You're always gonna be able to be a threat on the box. You're always gonna be able to move around, so open up spaces for the wingers. But you can see that the game is leaving Lewandowski, man. That he's looking very, very mad. He's looking very, very bad right now. And to be honest, right there, like what I was thinking is like, Lewandowski just needs to come off the bench, for his good sake, man. Like he's slow. He slows down the offense. He holds the ball too long. He takes a couple extra touches to control it. I think for me, Lewandowski, he gets a deuce today. He does get a deuce, man. He does get a deuce. Unfortunately, he gets a deuce. What are we doing with the subs, man? Rashford. What are we doing with Rashford, guys? Coming off the bench and changing the game in the second half, man. That's crazy. Let's see. What are we doing with Rashford? I thought he came off the bench and he was offering incredible movements. He was offering. He had that one cross. Let me respond to this in 20 minutes. Yeah. So what are we doing with Rashford? You guys are saying 7. You guys are saying 8. Some of you are saying 9. I think he changed the game. He shut me up. I didn't think Rashford was the player to come in the second half because I'm like, they're hitting us with a low block, bro. We can't have Rashford, somebody who struggles against a low block team. He's not gonna be able to solve these issues for us. And actually, he did. He did solve those issues for us with that cross, and making that early goal was crucial to getting 3 points tonight. I wish Barcelona would have pushed for a little bit more. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm very disappointed that we only beat Frankfurt 2-1. We could have easily stepped up four more spots in the table if we would have scored that 3 more goals today. We definitely left a lot of meat on the bone today. We wasted a full 45 minutes. I'm giving Rashford an 8 out of 10 performance, only because once again he had a one-on-one. You got to put that away, bro. We need goals. We need to put this. What if Kubarsi's mistake ends up in a draw because they capitalize on Kubarsi's mistake, and we had Rashford right there one-on-one and he missed it again? That's the second time, and he's been very wasteful one-on-one. He's really mid, man. You gotta be able to put those away, man. I think that one-on-one when there was like literally 2 other players and he just can't put them away, man. That you need players who can score this one-on-one situation. This finishing is really what we need right now. But I am giving Rashford a 7 out of 10 performance. I think he was good. What are we doing with Frankie? I think Frankie, he was okay, but he looked rusty today. Again, like I said, with Frankie, he's inconsistent as well. I think he was okay. He was just not good. I'm just going to give him a 6. I think a 6 is very fair for Frankie. What are we doing with Ferran Torres? Listen, man, Ferran Torres gets a 7 only because he didn't play enough. I think when he played, we were definitely more dynamic when Ferran came on. I can see him making so many more runs. See, the thing is, because Ferran is not a classic box threat, right? He almost plays like a false 9. And when you play with a false 9, the advantages of the false 9 is that you're just more of a dynamic offense. There's more movement inside the box when you don't have an attacking number 9. So I saw that in the second half, and I thought that coming off in the first half would have been a lot better, and I did like it. So I am gonna go with Ferran with a 7. Andreas Christensen, not enough minutes, but he did make one mistake where, like, dude, there's 30 seconds on the ball, like there's 30 seconds to end the match, and he misplaces a pass and turns the ball over, and it gives Frankfurt an opportunity to make something happen in the last 30 seconds of the game. And I thought that was a boneheaded mistake by Christensen. And I'm like, dude, that is unacceptable. Especially when the game's about to end, we got to close it out, man. We got to close it out. And we didn't. He missed a pass, and we literally could have that could have been chaotic. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Rooney Bargy, guys. Rooney Bargy, again, not enough minutes. This is an incomplete for me. And I'm sad. I'm sad for Rooney Bargy. Rooney Bargy should have started this game instead of Fermin, and instead it's Fermin who gets the start. I'm not just giving him an incomplete. I want to know. I'm very curious, guys. What are you guys doing with Hansi Flick? What are we giving Hansi Flick, guys? I want to know because I'm just really curious. I thought Hansi Flick, it was the first half wounds were his fault, because I don't think we would have suffered the way we did if we would have had Rooney Bargy and Lamine Yamal more centrally, because Lamine Yamal was isolated. One thing that I'm seeing with Barcelona's offense, though, I do see a lot more movement up front. Where I see Lamine Yamal when he made that assist, he was off the left and making a cross into the right. So there's more movement. When he was the other day, it was Rooney Bargy on the right. There was a couple of times where Rafinha was on the right. There was a couple of times where Rafinha was on the left. There was a couple of times where Rafinha was as a 10, as a cam. So I do see a lot of movement, and I like that from Flick. But just because we suffer in the first half, I think Flick does get look. I'm in between two parts, because I do think he got things right in the second half. The first half, I'll say this. The first half, I'm giving Hansi Flick a 5 out of 10. I think he made a mistake, and I don't think we would have suffered the way we did. We would have been more dynamic in that first half if we would have had Ferran and if we would have had Rooney Bargi in that first half instead of Fermin and Lewandowski. Okay. In the second half, it's a different story. So in the second half, I'm giving Flick an 8 out of 10 because the second half, he brought in Rashford. I didn't think that was going to work, and it did. And I think the team had a lot more counter press. It looked like he made adjustments at halftime to where the team came out with counter presses, and we were just more clinical in the second half. So I'm giving Hansi Flick an 8 out of 10 in the second half. And I'm going to be doing that from now on, by the way. I'm going to give him a rating for the first half and the second half because adjustments do matter. Adjustments do matter. So if I'm combining both of them, I'm saying a 7 out of 10 performance for Hansi Flick is more than fair. Now, let's get to the good, the bad, and the ugly, guys. But before I do that, I want to ask you guys who are still here, 218 people, please like this stream. It would be cool if I get to 200 likes before the end of the stream. So let's get to, and also subscribe to the channel. I'm almost at 7,500 subscribers. So guys, let's get to the good, the bad, and the ugly, man. And as I am doing that, who is your good today? My good today was, of course, Jules Koundé was scoring 2 goals in 3 minutes. It was just insane. But also Marcus Rashford coming off the bench and changing the game. I thought that his speed was unbelievable, and I think Frankfurt was having a lot of issues stopping him, where they had to foul him like 2 or 3 times, and when he wasn't getting fouled, he was literally just too physical for these guys, and I thought that he was exposing his will for the most part, right? And I thought that was beautiful to watch. My other good, I think it was Pedri. Pedri, I think if I can pick 3 players, man, Pedri, Joan, and Koundé, to me, were just out of this world, and they were not worthy of this team being deemed as a bad game. We didn't have these are the only players who are safe from today. Like everybody else could have done much better, in my opinion. But my bad for this game is my bad for this game is man, I just don't like how Flick came out with Lewandowski, Fermin. It's Kouarsi, bro. My bad is Kouarsi. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with Kouarsi. I hope he can get back to his level. He's just not, man. And he's not that bad. He has, for the most part, he has good games. But it's the moments where, like, that moment at the end of the second half, it really ticked me off because it's when you need to be more focused. You can't make that mistake, bro, and just give the ball back to them in that moment. And it's at the end of the game, and you can't, bro. So my ugly, guys, to be honest, my ugly is our back line. As a unit, the back line as a unit, it's my ugly, and I'll tell you guys why. We have not been able to keep a clean sheet for the longest time. We have been losing every game 1-0, probably for as many times I can remember. And somebody said a stat. Somebody said a stat on the commentary, and the guys who were commenting the game, and said Barcelona is the worst defense out of all the top teams in Europe, allowing I guess we're allowing in 2025 we are literally the worst team defensively in the Champions League, because we are allowing too many goals. So many goals to Borussia Dortmund, so many goals to Levante, so many goals to Inter Milan, so many goals to Benfica, and when it comes to defense, we're just allowing way too many goals. So my back line is my ugly for this game, bro, and we are suffering because of it, and we need to control the games. Today was a classy game that should have felt a lot more like the Athletic Club game when we were at home. We were at home, and we were just controlling the whole game the whole time. And we were playing from ahead. That is how you close these games. That is how you dominate games. That is how we win games. And today we didn't have the best performance. I'm just happy that we got the 3 points at the end of the game, and that's literally what's most important, right? So guys, man, I will record a match reaction about 12 minutes. Please, guys, go check that out in about 30 to 45 minutes. Make sure you leave a like and make sure you leave a comment and let me know what is your main key takeaways of this game. I do appreciate everyone who is in the chat. By the way, we need to sign my Gehi. I do agree. Skulterbeck is what I would go with, but I know that's going to be a little bit more complicated. I think Gehi is more in terms of January, right? But I do think that we are one center back good signing away from really being competitive, in the Champions League. If we really listen, man, if we really want to how do you say this? If you really want to compete, I think that we need to sign somebody that we can at least trust, somebody who we can at least say that can. We need a signing in the winter window. 1,000%. If we don't do this, man, I think we're gonna have a really tough time to be able to compete. Says Volume, I am cooking carnage tomorrow, bro. Who is this guy? Pro Henderson. Why are you cooking carnage tomorrow, man? Why? Yes, Skulterbeck in January. Is that even possible? If that is possible, that signing can single-handedly take us back to the top defensively. And we need somebody to play defense, man. Kubarsi right now, he's just not it. I just know Kubarsi will make a mistake in the Champions League when it matters most, man. And if Araujo plays, he's going to make a mistake as well. And that's the thing. Like, to me, I think Barcelona is still right now one signing away from competing this season. We can just go for it this season if we want, man. It's okay. We can go for it and see where it takes us. But I don't have high hopes. We don't have high hopes. I do think that if we for next season, if we want to compete for the Champions League, then we need a number 1 striker and we need a number 1 center back. Those are the two things that we are definitely going to need. So you're saying 5-0 for Real Madrid? That'll be crazy, man. That'll be crazy. I hope so, but I don't think so. I think it'll be closer than people think. It's not. Usually games are. Look at this game today, for example. Everyone thought we were just going to run away like 6-0. And at the end of the day, it was not a 6-0. It was a 2-1 game. So most people will say that no, they're gonna get annihilated, but it's not. But it's not, man. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for sticking around until the end of this video, man. I do appreciate everyone. It's not about signing only Barcelona mentally, especially in the Champions League. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But guys, man, check out my match reaction, man. I do appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for watching until the end of this video. Barcelona, guys. Let's take a look at this table. Right now, we are not as lucky as we are in La Liga. I cannot say because look, man, we are at the 14th spot, and most of these teams are either they don't have a game yet, or they will be staying right there where they are at. So I don't think Barcelona can climb any higher in terms of tomorrow anymore. Maybe lower. But 14th spot, man, it's not good enough. No, it's not a fart. It was actually my mic. But yeah, anyway, guys, Barcelona takes care of business at the Camp Nou. We are back at the Camp Nou in the Champions League, guys. At least let's be excited that we got the W. And Barcelona now has 4 straight wins at the Camp Nou. When I said this, people underestimate us being our home ground. And now that we are back at home, we can see the difference. We can see the home field advantage. And now we are winning every game. Barcelona now has won 9 straight home games, which we really have a home field advantage this season. That's very important going forward. But guys, Visca el Barça.